the healthy food that can still cause problems. Beans are often described as one of the healthiest foods you can put on your plate. They provide plant-based protein, soluble fiber, magnesium, potassium, iron, and natural compounds that may support the heart, digestive system, blood sugar, and healthy aging. But there is something many people are never told. A food can be healthy and still cause problems when it is eaten too quickly, prepared incorrectly, consumed in excessive portions, or added to the diet of someone with a medical condition that changes how their body processes certain nutrients. For many adults over 60, mild gas after eating beans is not dangerous. It may simply mean that the digestive system is adapting to more fiber. However, severe bloating, repeated diarrhea, sudden vomiting, unusual weakness, swelling, or difficulty breathing should never be dismissed as just the beans doing their job. Some of these symptoms may indicate that your portion is too large. Others could be connected to irritable bowel syndrome, kidney disease, food poisoning, or an allergic reaction. In today's video, we will examine 5 bean-related side effects older adults should never ignore. You will also learn how to tell the difference between a normal adjustment and a genuine warning sign, and how to continue enjoying beans more safely. Beans are not the enemy. The goal is not to frighten you into removing them from your diet. The goal is to help you recognize what your body may be trying to tell you. Side effect number 1, painful gas and persistent bloating. Gas is the most common complaint people have after eating beans. Beans contain fiber and certain carbohydrates that are not completely digested in the small intestine. When these carbohydrates reach the large intestine, gut bacteria begin fermenting them. That fermentation produces gases. A little more gas after adding beans to your diet can be completely normal. This is especially true if you previously ate very little fiber. The problem begins when the bloating becomes painful, lasts for many hours, disrupts your sleep, or appears after even a very small serving. Imagine that you normally eat toast and eggs for lunch. Then one day, you replace the meal with a large bowl containing black beans, chickpeas, onions, cabbage, and a high-fiber dressing. Every ingredient may be considered healthy, but together they create a very large and sudden increase in fermentable carbohydrates. Your digestive system may not be prepared for that change. Older adults can also be more sensitive because digestion may slow with age. Some people take medications that affect bowel movements, while others may have undiagnosed irritable bowel syndrome or another digestive condition. The mistake is assuming that severe discomfort must be tolerated because fiber is healthy. Healthy eating should not leave you doubled over in pain every evening. Start with a smaller portion, such as 2 to 4 tablespoons of cooked beans. Give your body several days to adjust before increasing the amount. Eat slowly and chew thoroughly. Drinking enough fluid throughout the day may also help your digestive system handle the additional fiber. When using canned beans, drain and rinse them well. This removes some of the liquid surrounding the beans and may make them easier for some people to tolerate. You can also test different varieties. Lentils, canned chickpeas, black beans, kidney beans, and navy beans may affect people differently. A person who feels uncomfortable after a large serving of kidney beans. Side effect number 3, sudden nausea, vomiting, and severe diarrhea. This third side effect is different from ordinary digestive gas. Raw or undercooked beans, particularly red kidney beans, may contain high levels of a natural lectin called phytohemagglutinin. When beans are properly cooked or commercially canned, the remaining amount is normally too low to cause harm. But improperly prepared dried kidney beans may trigger sudden nausea, severe vomiting, abdominal discomfort, and diarrhea. This is not a slow adjustment to fiber. It is a potential food toxin reaction. The risk is especially important when dried kidney beans are cooked at temperatures that are not high enough to destroy the toxin. A slow cooker may soften beans without necessarily bringing them to a sufficiently vigorous boil during the critical early cooking stage. Never taste dried kidney beans while they are still raw or only partially cooked. According to FDA guidance, dried beans should be soaked for at least 5 hours. The soaking water should then be discarded, and the beans should be boiled in fresh water for at least 30 minutes. Canned kidney beans have already been cooked and can generally be eaten after draining, rinsing, and reheating according to the recipe. If several people become sick shortly after eating the same homemade bean dish, the preparation method should immediately be considered. Do not assume everyone suddenly developed a sensitivity to fiber at exactly the same time. Severe vomiting and diarrhea can be particularly risky for older adults, especially those taking blood pressure medication, diuretics, or medicines that affect kidney function. Fluid loss may contribute to dizziness, weakness, low blood pressure, or an increased risk of falling. If you suspect undercooked bean poisoning, stop eating the food. Do not save the leftovers to test again later. Seek medical guidance when vomiting is repeated, fluids cannot be kept down, diarrhea is severe, or the person becomes dizzy, confused, unusually sleepy, or weak. This side effect is highly preventable. Use canned beans when you want maximum convenience, or follow proper soaking and boiling instructions when preparing dried kidney beans. Healthy eating begins with safe food preparation. Side effect number 4, problems related to kidney disease. Beans naturally contain potassium, phosphorus, and protein. For most people, these nutrients are valuable. Potassium supports normal nerve, muscle, and heart function. Phosphorus is involved in bones, cells, and energy production. Protein helps maintain muscles and tissues. However, kidney disease changes the conversation. Healthy kidneys help regulate minerals and remove waste products from the blood. When kidney function declines, some people may need individualized limits for potassium, phosphorus, sodium, protein, or fluid. This does not mean that everyone with kidney disease must stop eating beans. In fact, beans can still be a useful plant-based food for many people with chronic kidney disease. Minerals from whole plant foods may also be absorbed differently from minerals found in animal foods or processed food additives. The correct amount depends on the person's stage of kidney disease, laboratory results, medications, dialysis treatment, total diet, and medical plan. That is why blanket advice such as beans are always perfect for kidney disease or people with kidney disease must never eat beans can both be misleading. The warning sign is not simply experiencing gas. It is eating large quantities of beans despite being told that your potassium, phosphorus, protein, or fluid intake needs to be monitored. High potassium levels do not always produce obvious early symptoms. When symptoms do occur, they may include unusual muscle weakness, numbness, tingling, nausea, or abnormal heart sensations. These symptoms can have many possible causes, so do not attempt to diagnose a mineral imbalance at home. Contact your healthcare team if you have kidney disease and are uncertain about your bean portions. Ask a specific question rather than simply asking, "Can I eat beans?" How to eat beans more safely after 60. Beans remain one of the most affordable and nutrient-dense foods available. The lesson from these 5 side effects is not that older adults should avoid them. The lesson is that preparation, portion size, hydration, medical conditions, and individual tolerance matter. Begin with a small serving and increase gradually. Drain and rinse canned beans, especially when you want to reduce the liquid and some of the sodium surrounding them. When preparing dried kidney beans, soak and boil them correctly rather than relying only on low-temperature cooking. Drink an appropriate amount of fluid unless your healthcare team has placed you on a fluid restriction. Keep track of symptoms instead of guessing. And remember the most important distinction. Mild, temporary gas may be part of adapting to more fiber. Severe pain, persistent diarrhea, repeated vomiting, unusual weakness, swelling, wheezing, fainting, or difficulty breathing is not a normal price you must pay to eat a healthy food. A good diet should support your health, not force you to ignore your body. If beans agree with you, they can be a valuable part of meals built around vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, and adequate protein. If a particular bean causes discomfort, reduce the portion, change the preparation method, or try another variety. And if the reaction is serious or repeatedly returns, speak with a healthcare professional before eating that food again. Healthy aging is not about following one perfect food rule. It is about learning how nutritious foods interact with your unique body, your medications, and your medical needs. If you found this video helpful, share it with someone who eats beans regularly but may not know these warning signs. And subscribe to Nature and Youth for more practical, evidence-informed guidance on nutrition and healthy aging after 50. Your next meal does not need to be perfect. It simply needs to be safe, balanced, and right for you.